Okay, so I just finished watching for this fall 2024 semester this last video that I had from last semester. And I'm like, you know what? I think it did a good job. I updated the dates here, and this covers what you need to do this week. And it's really important to understand the end of the semester dates and where you want to be as far as a grade at the end and understanding the process. So make sure you definitely check out the detail here. But I thought it might be helpful to add just a second video to go over the Project Zero, because I spent a little time over the weekend going over mine and looking at it. So I thought, you know what, I think it might be helpful. We'll see. So, your overall topic of your site, whatever you choose to be. I did a vanity site because I thought that was something that'd be fun for me to do. And so first thing is 15 pages using the Bootstrap template and publishing it to your URL for CIT82 GitHub.io, your repo name, and then P0, right? Now, that's like the high end, but also here's a detail of what you need to make sure you've done here. And here I'll show you mine. So when I look at my index page, right now I'm looking at it on my local system, and so I would need to make sure that I first push all my changes, but this would be the URL. And if I come over here, I have two tabs open. You can see this URL, and it's a little probably hard to see, but this is my GitHub.io. So remember, don't submit this because I won't be able to view it if you do that in that case. Okay, so now coming back here, we need 15 pages. So this is honestly part of why I do a sitemap, because I can easily go look. I will go through each menu item as well, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if I go to the sitemap, I can clearly see an organization. From the home page, we have the menu here, right? But this is just laid out so that I could go to individual ones. And then I can see how the content is organized across the menu. Kind of makes sense that maybe I wouldn't have anything under about or under contact. But these other ones, yeah, I would prefer to see a spread of content across them. So just think about that when you're organizing. And I know at this point you've probably already done some of that. But the thing you want to do is make sure all your links work. So if I clicked on passions, then I would go to a page. And for me, I not only can see that my menu adjusted here, but also I have a little what we call breadcrumb here as well. Now, the one thing I would say that's missing on this page, I have it on my health journey, but I don't have an image here. So we'll come back to that, I think, in a minute, right? So 15 pages. So do I have 15 pages here? Pretty easy to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I already have 15 and I'm not even done. Okay, so fairly straight on about that. Right? Make sure all your content is updated from the selected template. So this I ran into a couple students had selected a template that was more closely related to their site. But even if you do that, you still need to have all the content updated here. Right? And what that means is, like, if you have some social media links, now here's my footer down in here, right? So all the content that should be viewed is content meaning the text, right? Whatever is on here should be your content and not from your template. Okay, that's actually something I've been thinking of adding to the submission so that it makes you check as well, is to also submit your template site, but just know that that's part of what I go look at when I review as well. Okay, and remember, use ChatGPT to help you generate that content if you need. Organize 3 to 5, so I can see on mine I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I showed this before. 3 to 5. These other ones are not necessarily menu items. Sorry, they are menu items, but they don't have sub pages on them. So those are fine as well. Okay, I keep going to the wrong one. Do I have a custom favicon? We did this by the time you reached here. We've done it. So if I look at my content here, I can see that that is true and that has been done. Okay. All right. So here are the requirements for each page. Each subtopic will become a page on your website. So what I mean by this, and I think I've talk to anybody who's run into this. If I was here and I went to like family, but it didn't change the URL to a new page in HTML, that would not be what I'm looking for. Okay, so if you have this menu, right, that goes down into subpages for your, or subsection, sorry, these are what we call anchor links. And a quick way to know is when you click on something in your menu, it should go to a new page. If it just has a pound sign in there and then it has another name after, that's what we call an anchor link. Now, if you want to use anchor links that are in your pages themselves, that's fine. It's just that all of these are menus, pages, and all the subpages need to be pages as well. So that's why I added that. Okay? Right. Some might be landing pages and some will be subpages. Make sure all are working links. Okay, so make sure every has 75 words. So that's where you'd want to make sure, like on here. Okay, so I'm probably a little short on this one. I'd probably want to add, and the other thing I don't have here is an associated image, right? So that would be one thing I would need to fix there as well. So the other one is a unique title and meta tag. So I can tell if I go to the home that the meta tag, if I just look at it from a tile perspective, that meta tag, that title is unique. So in other words, every time I go to a new page, it should be changing. Okay? And so that should be unique for each page. In addition, if I was to go over to my index page and all my subpages, right, so this is your title, this is your metadata, okay, description, right, and then some additional content, probably, actually these are the keywords, right, so this is a description and here are the keywords. You can make those unique for each page, right, but I don't get so, have a unique title and associated meta tag, okay. Okay, so hopefully that answers, and if you have any questions about that, make sure you reach out. All the content on the page must be updated. This was what I was talking about before. You have a site HTML, I already showed you mine, right? You've pushed it to your P0 directory. And here's the last thing is in your submission, right? When you submit this, you'll have a text box in it, in addition to a URL, right? You'll submit your GitHub IO. In that case, also make sure that you grade yourself. Like, you know, I've gone through these requirements now. You can go through them on your side. So you can see how well on the points side you have done as far as meeting the overall requirements, and give yourself a grade and tell me why. Okay, I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you later.